boy Denial, and in this video, man, I'm gonna be showing you guys some settings, and I'm gonna be showing you guys some basically some things that are going to help you guys with aiming, sensing, and understanding like enemies from left and right, and really good class setups. So first of all, we want to get into button layout preset. Since I have smart triggers on a Battle Beaver customs controller, use code Beaver to save you guys 11% off, by the way. So yes, I'm using a custom controller, so I got smart triggers and stuff like that. So I just use the bottom trigger so I don't flip my controls or anything like that. So then horizontal stick sensitivity, I completely maxed the hell out of my sensitivity because one, you gotta have fast reflexes. Two, you gotta have fast aim. So I went for 2020, which is kind of funny because when you put 20 and 20 together, it's basically the year 2020. Just making up a joke. ADS sensitivity, I put it on. It was at 0.70, and then I needed it to go above 5 more, so I just put it at 175. Because it was kind of slow, and then I just ended up, you know, having a little bit more slowness. But then I wanted to match my my sensitivity a little bit with the fast pace, so I just went ahead and did 75. This is for snipers and stuff like that. I don't use snipers at all, so I just kept it the same. This is where everything is different. So the aim response curve type, I put on dynamic, and what it says here is reverse S curve mapping for fine aim rate control. Now, when you use dynamic, it's basically going to control the I have standard aim assist, okay? So like when I have standard on, it basically just slows down when I'm near somebody or pointing my gun pointing my sights at somebody, and it just slows it down. But when you have that and you have dynamic on, it literally controls your aim 100% better. So I want you guys to keep that on. So basically everything, you know, for slide behavior, I put on tap because I really don't like pressing down hard by pressing down and holding my button really hard, because I'm afraid one day I might end up holding it too hard and pressing it and it breaks. So I think tapping it will be better, but if you guys are using like the DualShock 4 button attachment on y'all's regular DualShock 4 controllers, I highly recommend doing that. Is just instead of using hold, just switch over to tap. I think it's more helpful. Automatic sprint, auto move forward, I don't need none of that. And a parachute auto deploy, yes, that is completely what we need on. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Now we're gonna move on to my classes. So I only have 2, unfortunately, but these classes work beautifully in multiplayer and CDL. I play hardpoint, search, and I think Dom, and I just joined a new clan as well, so we all are doing competitivity. So yes, I'm using the M16 Grenader. I'm using no stock. For multiplayer, I use fully loaded, but for CDL, I think I use like sleight of hand or something. And then I use granulated grip tape so I can be more accurate, and then 50 round max so I can be more so I can have more ammo to hold, and I can just, you know, like hold more ammo basically. I don't have an underbarrel because it basically already comes with damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control, which is no big problem. And I like, but no stock, recoil control and aiming stability takes that away from no stock, but it says movement speed and ADS speed. So that's what I want. And granulated grip tape gives me aiming stability back and aim walking steadiness, so I can be more precise on being steady with my gun and be on target with my M4. Okay, so now, and then I run, forgot to mention this. I use a combat knife as my secondary because I honestly want you guys to understand this. Because the mobility on here, you guys can see, is absolutely crazy. Like, when you double tap right off the bat, you're sprinting like, kind of like the Flash. Well, not really, I'm over-exaggerating on that. But you sprint so fast when you're using the knife, and you still run fast without it. So instead of scavenger, I run double time on the CDL playlist, and then I run battle hardened on that too. They don't have restock, so they got point man and stuff like that, which is, I don't know. So we're gonna move on to the run and gun MP5 class setup. This is basically for CDL and multiplayer, so if you like being aggressive and running and gunning people down, this is your class. So we got the FSS light barrel. We want that ADS speed, but bullet velocity is canceled, which is unfortunate. But for Commando foregrip, I put on, which is what I put on, it gives us recoil stabilization, and it gives us aiming stability. And movement speed, that's no big deal because this gun has a lot of mobility to it. So I got 45 round mags. I know what you guys are saying. How come you're using the 45 round mags instead of the 10 millimeter auto 30 rounds? It's because like the fire rate and the recoil control, like it says in the cons, it really just slows down the gun. And I know it gives you damage and range at the same time, but I don't think shooting long distance or getting better range for this gun is going to help you. I think it's better for close quarters when you're pushing in and stuff like that. So you want to hold more ammo, and you want to conceive more, like I mentioned, conceive more ammo. You just want to get to the point a little bit more faster, and that's all you need. And we got stippled grip tape so we can get ADS speed, sprint to fire speed, and stuff like that. F-TAC collapsible stock, movement speed, and ADS speed. I know what it's going to say. It's going to say aiming stability and recoil control. That's what we got left. That's why we got Commando foregrip, so we can get those two back in control. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my classes. I don't have any others for the for my other ones at all. It's just these two. That's gonna wrap it up. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next. Denial out.